Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live in primetime.
A domestic violence shooting ends as a double homicide. What witnesses reported before deputies arrived.
Then Domestic Violence Services supports 30,000 families annually in Benton and Franklin counties. The organization reveals an alarming trend for surging cases.
We're following that story, plus Yakima County commissioners face mounting financial pressures, the tough revenue penalties, and what they are not intending to ask taxpayers.
And from the Yakima Valley to the Columbia Basin, we've been tracking some rain showers tonight. Fog in the area. How long is it going to last? I'll have all the details. The news in prime time starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
And a very good evening. Thank you for joining us after Monday Night Football. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is November the 17th. Our top story tonight, another crash at the intersection of Crestlock Drive and US 395 is once again raising concerns about safety at a spot many drivers call one of the most dangerous in the area.
Yeah, new in prime time, our Dan Hansen takes a closer look at why this keeps happening and what authorities say could help.
It's a pattern troopers say they've seen far too often. Another serious crash at Crestlock and 395 caused by a wrong-way driver, this time resulting in non-life-threatening injuries. And historically, this intersection has had a long record of collisions.
From 2021 to 2025, State Route 395 from about King City, which is milepost 23, all the way up to Crestlock, which is milepost 30, the Washington State Patrol has investigated 9 fatality collisions.
Troopers say speed, distracted driving, and the layout of the intersection all play a role, creating a dangerous mix for drivers.
There's cars and there's a significant amount of speed that's going to be dangerous for everybody if drivers are not paying attention.
We've talked with WashDOT in the past, and they tell us they know this spot has ongoing issues and have discussed potential fixes, but funding remains the biggest hurdle. Right now, there's still no timeline for any changes. In the meantime, troopers say awareness and caution are critical, especially at an intersection known for serious wrecks.
Driving is the most dangerous thing that we do on a daily basis, and we want to just encourage everybody to please be safe and acknowledge that we do have a lot of collisions that are preventable.
Trooper Mosqueda says educating the community, not just enforcement, are what finally reduce long-term crash numbers. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Troopers say they'll continue patrolling the area and urge drivers to use extreme caution when moving through that intersection. We'll, of course, keep you updated on any new safety efforts there.
A lot of news tonight, and we're going to get to the rest of your headlines in just a bit, but weather-wise, we saw fog today.
Oh my goodness, did we ever? And it seemed like it stuck around for a little bit, huh?
It did. As we're going into the overnight hours now, how's it looking, Stacy?
Well, still patchy fog. A lot of it not here right now thanks to the rain showers. We just had a little band of showers come through the area. Going to start drying up tonight, and then we could see that fog return late night and into the early morning hours. Let's take a look outside. We see wet roads out there. Take it easy. 10-mile visibility. We were at 3 miles a little while ago, so not bad. 53 degrees. Our winds are light at 6 miles per hour. Temperatures around the area looking pretty good. Most of us still in the 50s, starting to cool down in the Kittitas Valley, Ellensburg area, Pendleton 48. Now we're going to start to see these lows drop down and stay in the 30s for the next several days, and then get ready for some late night or early morning fog potential once again in the area. If not tonight, then Wednesday for sure. Starting your day tomorrow, going to be partly cloudy, chilly in the Yakima and Kittitas areas, Ellensburg, and then we'll see 40s up to the 50s. So not a big shift temperature-wise. But again, those showers dry up, dense fog possible, chilly temperatures coming, and weekend chances of rain return. We'll talk all about that coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, turning now to a crime alert. The Benton County Sheriff's Office is investigating a double homicide after they believe was a domestic violence shooting Saturday night. Deputies responded just around 5:30 to North Rock and West Evans Road after a witness reported a crash, yelling and gunshots. First responders found 2 people dead. Investigators say the victims knew each other and a child was also at the scene. Prosser Memorial Health confirms one of the victims was an employee, a cardiopulmonary technician. The hospital foundation is now accepting donations to help support the family. Detectives will share more details during a press conference, which is scheduled for tomorrow morning.
And domestic violence is not confined by gender, race, or age. It is a harsh reality that could touch anyone's life. It's a topic we cannot ignore because behind the statistics are real people facing fear and uncertainty every day.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia sat down with the local domestic violence service organization to reveal the critical times when victims are most at risk and what we all can do to stand with them.
Domestic violence cases often surge at a particular time of the year. The Domestic Violence Services of Benton and Franklin counties supports around 30,000 families annually. They diligently monitor trends monthly and quarterly. Angie Pacheco, Executive Director of DVSBF, explains that spikes are especially common during the holidays and summer months. The so-called most wonderful time of the year can instead become a period of intense pressure and isolation for many.
Usually because of the pressures of the holidays, people are more isolated and financial crises that are happening within families, and a lot of drug and alcohol that's related to relationships.
When victims try to leave abusive partners, the presence of children often complicates the situation.
Sometimes that's one of the biggest factors that families begin to fight, is because of the children, or using the children as, I will take them, or no, and that's some of the biggest fighting points in families. Plan with your children if you can get your children out of the situation. And we do have shelters, so you can bring your children and pets with you if you needed to.
If you or someone you know is caught in this painful situation, Pacheco stresses the importance of remembering your voice matters. Now is the moment not to stay silent, but to reach out to law enforcement, friends, or family. You are not alone.
Not to stay quiet about it, so those are important things. Safety planning, which is knowing where to go. One is to be able to call us on our 24-hour hotline, and we can help with some of that information and safety planning. And a lot of people don't have resources. They don't have somebody to call, so we're here for anybody who doesn't have anyone to help them, and we're here to help those that are trying to help someone else as well.
Within Benton and Franklin counties alone, about 55 reported deaths occur annually linked to domestic violence. Pacheco says that number only reflects the number of families who have reported the cases to their organization. Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
If you or someone you know needs help, Domestic Violence Services of Benton and Franklin counties offers a range of resources, including a 24-hour crisis hotline available to anyone, anywhere.
We do have a link to these vital resources on our Apple Valley News Now website. Those with the organization say, please don't hesitate to reach out. Lives depend on it. Also tonight, Richland police say they made an arrest in a shooting that injured 2 people earlier this month.
Officers were called out around 3:30 Monday afternoon to a home on Van Giesen Street for reports of gunshots and a possible disturbance. When they got there, police say they didn't find any evidence of a shooting, but they did recognize someone at the scene, a person wanted in connection to a previous shooting at the same location in early November.
Police say 2 people were hurt in that incident. In Yakima now, the county is finalizing its budget for next year, and commissioners say 2026 is shaping up to be a tough financial cycle.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us why leaders are already planning ahead for 2027.
Yakima County's next budget is just over $330 million and nearing completion. But commissioners say revenue isn't keeping up with the rising costs. With taxes down and inflation still high, there aren't many areas left to cut without affecting services across the county. County leaders say this year's process has forced them to look closer at how money is spent and what changes may be needed moving forward.
And so now we're at a point where we no longer have vacancies. We're seeing revenues dwindle, sales tax dwindle. We're seeing our inflation, while it's coming down a little bit, we still have a long ways to recoup from the last few years.
With limited options, commissioners say they aren't expecting to ask voters for new taxes. Instead, they're looking for cost savings and efficiencies inside county departments.
At least I'm not expecting us to go out to a vote of the people to do a levy lid lift, at least in 2026 or even 2027. The only option on the table is reduction and looking for efficiencies.
Commissioner Curtis tells me that the Yakima County Commissioners are looking at potential new revenue sources after an advisory vote that looked at whether voters wanted to potentially lift the ban on cannabis in the Yakima County's unincorporated areas. However, with next year's budget looming, some difficult choices might have to be made.
The work that we have to do as commissioners really needs to start early January, and we need to be transparent and we need to make hard decisions early on so that the courthouse directors and electeds have enough time to prepare for 2027.
One of the biggest changes next year will be the new strategic plan. Curtis says it's meant to give departments a clear direction and help commissioners decide which services are essential and which may no longer be affordable.
You know, we really don't have a strategic plan that's been agreed upon that we're moving forward with, right? And that's always bothered me because it's like, okay, every year we go through this budget cycle, we kind of stick with status quo. We're funding the same things, we're getting the same results, we're not really challenging and moving in any particular direction. And so for me, it was important that we set down in the entire courthouse leadership and develop a strategic plan.
County leaders expect more public discussion next year as they start making long-term budget decisions. In Yakima, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
The county is expected to approve the 2026 budget in December, with the strategic planning process beginning shortly after the new year. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live in Primetime, a Franklin County organization reflects on its mission to increase voter turnout, why their nonpartisan approach focuses on voting access, not politics.
Then Stacey Lee returns with your full First Alert weather forecast as we are kicking off a new week here towards the end of November now. Stay with us.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Happel and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters. Because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Hapo.
Tired of the same old bull? Cash in on something utterly different. It's the Moolah La Cash Giveaway at Legends Casino Hotel. Every Thursday in November, you can tip the cash cow and milk your luck for up to $6,000. And on November 27th, the cash cow gets even bigger. 3 lucky winners will each have a shot at $30,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Hoof it on over to Legends Casino Hotel for the Moolah La Cash Giveaway, where the cash really moves you.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855. Or Go to honeybaked.com.
The buzz is absolutely deafening. Let's go! This is an electric environment.
Saturday Night Football, all season long on ABC.
Saturday nights on Apple Valley News Now, sponsored locally by Prosser Orthopedic Center. This is how we care.
The CMA Awards, live
Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now.
In local living, with Election Day now behind us, one community organization is reflecting on its work to get more people in the Franklin County area to the ballot box.
Leaders with the League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC, says they spent weeks leading up to the election focused on voter outreach. The group visited college campuses, knocked on doors, and created digital content to remind people to register and cast their ballots.
LULAC says the goal wasn't about partisan politics, but making sure people knew how to access their right to vote.
Spend ample energy on promoting voting rights, voting access in midterm elections as well as presidential elections. They're all important to us.
LULAC says those efforts are part of a long-term push to ensure Latino voters in Franklin County feel informed and represented at the ballot box.
Attention drivers, we have an urgent traffic alert for you. In Pasco, the city is starting their lane closure on West Sylvester Street where it crosses over US 395. This will impact the eastbound lane, which is the lane headed from West Pasco towards downtown. It will impact traffic from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. through this Friday. Pasco officials recommend planning ahead if people are traveling on these roads,
because you may have some traffic there. We have one lane open. We'll be letting cars go across the bridge, but you may have to pause while traffic in the other direction comes through. So just give yourself a little extra time, be prepared to have a little bit of patience there, and we are working really hard to get this wrapped up as quickly as we can.
This closure is all part of the capital improvement plan to put a pedestrian and bicycle bridge beside the vehicle bridge. The city is researching what their project would need at this point. In education news, high school can feel like an isolating time for many students, especially after the COVID pandemic. But local schools are working to rebuild school closure and culture, I should say, school culture, and it's all thanks to students.
That's right. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us why building school spirit is more important than ever.
You can take it from someone who went to school during the COVID-19 pandemic. Lockdown changed everything for students and educators alike. And coming back from the pandemic wasn't just a challenge for students academically, but socially as well.
We really experienced and noticed a really drastic rise in anxiety and depression during that time.
Declining mental health and social skills are areas that still impact students who went through the pandemic. Dr. Asensio says it's the result of those students feeling even more isolated than before. It's forcing schools to ask a tough question. How can we get students to interact and get involved like they used to?
The first year coming into Chihuahua, I honestly didn't really know much about school culture spirit. I would just come take my classes. It wasn't much of a this is high school, this is what we do. It was just first period to sixth period and we're out of the school.
And as it turns out, it's students who know how to answer that question best. Lima Ponce belongs to one of the first classes to start at Chihuahua High School in Pasco after the pandemic. And it's those students who are spearheading a shift in the school's culture. Over the past few months, student leaders have been working to raise spirit through everything from welcome events and pep rallies to fun social media videos.
We helped shift it by not just supporting our sports, but supporting our band and orchestra and having our clubs. If they're having an event, we're going. We're just supporting everyone, not just focusing on one thing.
Dr. Asensio says what's happening at Chihuahua is an example of how schools can be successful while recovering from the pandemic, and he's encouraging students to get involved.
I've seen more participation in group sort of activities. Group activities at the school, outside of school, after school programs.
And the efforts at Chihuahua High School aren't going unnoticed, with the school receiving a 2025 Culture Kickoff Award from the Association of Washington State Leaders. Reporting from Pasco, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
School spirit is on the rise across our area as well, with Kamiakin High School in Kennewick also winning a Culture Kickoff Award.
Time now for sports. The Tri-Cities is getting national recognition for one of its biggest summer events. The H1 Unlimited Racing Series named the Tri-City Water Follies the race site of the year for 2025, honoring everything from fan experience to course operations. Race director Aaron Stevens says Tri-Cities earned the top spot because of its strong turnout, improved safety measure, and years of community support.
It brings recognition. We want everyone to come to the Tri-Cities. It helps with bringing visitors from outside that may say, well, which race site do I go to this year? Well, I've always heard Tri-City Water Follies is the best. Now that they've won the award again for best race site of the year. So we want to bring people in. That drives up our numbers in our community. It helps businesses, local revenue.
He adds being named Race Site of the Year could bring more teams, more sponsorship, and an even bigger Water Follies weekend in 2026. The Water Follies returns to the Columbia River this July. Organizers say they're already working on upgrades to make the event one of the best the Tri-Cities has ever seen.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we've been tracking some light showers moving through the area, Tri-Cities up to Connell and beyond. And those showers are finally starting to taper off as they move into Connell, Eltopia area. Outside right now, 51 degrees. This is in the Yakima Valley. Visibility at 8 miles an hour. We were down much lower than that earlier today. Those showers kind of helped clear it out. However, that means there's lots of moisture in the air, and we could see those foggy conditions return. Here's the weather pattern. Most of that moisture coming up from the south. Some of it could make its way, but it's unlikely. There's about a 10% chance of showers through the area tomorrow. Starting our morning, fairly clear, other than we could see some fog and clouds develop, especially here along the foothills of the Blues. That's where we've been seeing it today. We see maybe a stray shower near Ellensburg. Otherwise, we'll have cloudy conditions, but then clearing by Wednesday at 5. Again, watch out for the clouds and the early morning fog, most of it burning off later on. Our next chance for showers comes in late Thursday into Friday. So far, just small chances at this point, but definitely on the way. Let's talk about snow. We see snow here in the Sierra Nevadas. We have some snow brewing tonight in the northern portion of the Cascades. Not a lot, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in those upper elevations, but if your travel plans take you across those mountain passes, be aware. Also, if you're heading down the Columbia River Gorge, I-84, we have a freeze warning in place through Wednesday. So this is basically just outside of Boardman all the way down the Columbia River Gorge to Hood River. So just be aware of that cold alert till 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Could see some slick roads out there. For tonight, we are having some mountain snow and mixed precip up towards White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. Temperatures down below, staying above freezing most of the area, but it is pretty chilly once you get into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. So some cool temperatures there. Fog potential overnight tonight into tomorrow morning and possibly into Wednesday. So be aware of that. Let's take a look at our fog now. We were pretty socked in earlier, and we're still seeing fog here in the Blue Mountains in the foothills of the Blues and up north of Connell, that 395 I-90 corridor. But again, we're going to be watching overnight for more fog development. Here we go, 52 degrees with a very slight chance of rain. There's your chance for fog again. National Child's Day is on Thursday. And then heading into the weekend, things get a little more unsettled, but actually not looking too bad. Right now, we're looking at about a 10% chance of showers. In the Yakima area, we've got temperatures in the 40s and 50s, some chilly overnight lows, so many days in a row right around the freezing level or below it in the Yakima and Yakima Valley. Extended forecast here for the Ellensburg area. Also, we could see that patchy fog developing. I spent some time up near Ellensburg this weekend, and there was a little bit of fog and a little bit of rain, but it wasn't too bad. Temperatures there on the cooler side, of course, in the 40s, and those overnight lows down below freezing. Here's Walla Walla looking at 50 degrees tomorrow. Wednesday looking pretty good. Might even see some nice sun breaks there, and then things get unsettled heading towards the end of the week. And National Child's Day on Thursday. Extended forecast for Hermiston, also looking at a slight chance of rain, but not bad. So some breezy winds there tomorrow as well, but not a bad, I mean, the rain is weird and that fog, it's been kind of gloomy. So if we can get some sun to come out, and I'll tell you, it's a weird little spot. You get about past Sunnyside to about Prosser, and that's where it sucks in.
Oh,
so if you just go a little ways out of the Tri-Cities, you can find some sunshine. Yeah, get up in an upper elevation, you can get some sunshine. So there you go.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now in prime time, a sad ending why a whale that washed up along the Oregon coast over the weekend had to be euthanized.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Right now at Meredith Furniture, it's a buy one, get one free deal you don't want to miss. Buy one comfy recliner starting at just $599 and get the second one free. Yup, totally free. Tons of colors, loads of styles. Come in and find your favorite. But hurry, deals this good don't stick around forever. Kick back in not one, but 2 recliners. Because one just isn't enough. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
For me, it's about accepting and being empathetic to patients. So as a dentist, I want to make sure that everybody is treated the same, and whatever the needs are, we want to provide the best care possible for each patient. There's no judgment. Now I don't have a lot of time to recharge because I have a 2-year-old. So pretty much we go to places like parks or supermarkets to have the 2-year-old enjoy. So that's a big joy. I think it only comes at this period of time.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Thank you. How strong love is. How strong.
I got this.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Welcome back to the news in prime time. We're going to head to Oregon now, where a humpback whale that became stranded on a beach on the Oregon coast has died.
Yeah, very sad here. Authorities say the 26-foot whale weighed 6,000 pounds. It apparently got tangled in a fishing line near San Marine on Saturday. Rescuers did untangle the whale, but had trouble moving it off the beach using a pulley system and other contraptions. Well, sadly, they did not work. Other efforts included digging a trench to keep the whale in water with hopes the high tide might help it free itself, but that also failed. On Monday, rescuers made the decision to euthanize the whale, saying it was the most humane option.
Well, tonight, Umatilla County Fire District 1 in Northern Oregon is urging drivers to slow down and pay attention as Crash Responder Safety Week gets underway. First responders say they've already handled around 300 crashes this year in District 1's coverage area. With cold weather moving in and roads becoming icy, they say driver awareness is more important than ever. The district is joining the U.S. Department of Transportation in raising awareness, reminding drivers to slow down and move over when they see emergency crews working on the road.
The Federal Highway Administration actually started commemorating this week in 2016, so we're almost at the 10-year anniversary. Where we're situated for UCFD1, we protect both I-82 and I-84, so two major highways, so it definitely is something that we want to be proactive with.
UCFD1 says these simple steps can help prevent serious injuries or even save lives as responders continue to handle a high number of crashes. Across the state of Oregon, it is illegal to not slow down for emergency vehicles.
In your business headlines now, Starbucks is out with a new holiday beverage, but you can only get it at Target.
All right. So the frozen peppermint hot chocolate is available exclusively at Starbucks cafes inside Target stores. Prices for the Frappuccino-based drink start at just under $6 for a grande size.
Members of Target's paid loyalty program can buy a frozen peppermint hot chocolate today. It's available to the general public, though, tomorrow.
Okay, most of the retail giant's 2,000 locations include a Starbucks, but this is the first time the two companies have teamed up for a holiday drink.
Still ahead, fashion's biggest night celebrates the evolution of style. The next theme coming to the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
New body cam footage as Apple Valley News Now investigates the Trooper Clayson case Wednesday.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
My name is Isabel Rodriguez. I'm the customer service manager here at Ben Franklin Transit. We do a little bit of everything. We do outreach. We help our riders. We want to give them the information that they need, what routes to look for, how to board our buses, how to pull the cord, and if they're really feeling nervous, our drivers are great resources. We're moving a lot of our most vulnerable community members from point A to point B. It's giving people the freedom to get where they need to get to.
When tragedy strikes, don't trust just anyone. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Right now, all LG appliances are on sale. Save big on ranges, dishwashers, and laundry sets. Shop smart appliances like this LG fridge, on sale for $17.99. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock get-it-today inventory so you can get your dessert plans back on track. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
A search warrant, missing evidence, and a bar manager who police say isn't cooperating.
He has destroyed evidence.
Now, exclusive new body cam footage in the Trooper Clayson case.
You're maybe destroying records?
To protect and serve. Apple Valley News Now investigates Wednesday at 6.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we're going to have all of your top stories and updates.
Looks like it's going to be another foggy start and then rain chances on the lower end of the scale, but we'll talk about that forecast at length tomorrow morning at 5.
Time now for what's trending. The Met Gala theme for 2026 has been revealed. It is costume art.
How about that? Fashion's biggest night will focus on the history of the Costume Institute at the famed Metropolitan Museum of Art. It'll showcase the Met's newest exhibition, which threads together 200 works of art with 200 fashion garments and accessories.
That's right. The gala is a huge fundraiser for the Met's Costume Institute, and it's its only means of raising money. It draws the who's who from the fashion and entertainment world.
Last year, it raked in a whopping $31 million, with tickets reportedly costing some $75,000 each.
Yikes. Okay, so the exhibition opens May 10th. Not going to that.
Right. Yeah, I can't afford that one. No. All right, Tom Cruise finally got an Oscar. That's right, the legendary actor accepted an Academy Honorary Award on Sunday at the Governor's Awards in California.
In his acceptance speech, Cruise reflected on his love of cinema, and he paid tributes to everyone who made the films possible.
Cruise has been nominated for 4 Oscars during the course of his career as Best Actor for Born on the 4th of July and Jerry Maguire.
That's right, Best Supporting Actor for Magnolia.
And for Best Picture for his role as producer of Top Gun Maverick.
But Cruise didn't win. But now he has.
Yeah.
Finally, I was like, he doesn't have an Oscar?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, he does his own stunts and everything.
He does, I know, yeah.
From Risky Business, come on, who's not a Tom Cruise fan? Just saying. All right, well, we've come to this portion of our Monday night in prime time, and we give you a reason to smile. You guys are gonna like this one. Come take a look at your screen. Look at that, beautiful. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but I want one.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, beautiful fall colors Saturday at Pioneer Park with leaves still on the tree. So thanks for sending that one in. That QR code right there on top of your screen, that is the easiest way to get your picture on TV. Thanks to Lifetime Dental Care. All right, let's talk about tomorrow. Now, the rain has kind of mellowed out the fog for most of our lower elevations. Does not mean that it cannot return overnight. There's a lot of moisture in the air, but temperatures in the 30s there in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, a little bit warmer in the Columbia Basin to start your day, but not a big variation of temperatures, about 10 degrees, that's it. So we are on the cool side, a little bit below average for this time of year, so bundle up. Here's what the next 7 days look like. It's showing cloudy skies tomorrow for both Yakima and Tri-Cities, with fog possibly returning back to the Tri-Cities. We love it. Our little, I don't know, hole I call it, because we're about 500 feet in elevation in the Tri-Cities, so at our lowest. Then we'll go on with those 40s and 50s with some chilly overnight lows for the next couple of nights, so do be prepared for that. Walla Walla and Hermiston, we could also see some fog there as well with slight chances of rain. And don't forget, there is a freeze advisory from Arlington all the way to Hood River on that I-84 corridor, so be safe out there.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, Stacey, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.